Okay, guys, so we are at week 3 at this time, and what I want to talk to you about is the cost of getting lean. So, when we first come into the gym, we obviously sat down, we set ourselves some goals, what we wanted to try and achieve over the course of a period of time. So, whether it's a month, whether it's 6 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever the case may be. But what we've got to realize is that in order to get leaner, get stronger, get fitter, we've got to change our behaviors. So just showing up to the gym 2, 3, 4 times a week isn't really enough. There's lifestyle things that we've got to change in order to get leaner, get fitter, get stronger. And really, there's probably going to be situations where we've got to give up certain things, okay? So it could be going out on the weekends, it could be barbecues with the family, or it could be getting takeaways on the weekend. But we've definitely got to give up things in order to get lean. So this is what the fitness industry sells to most people. It's going to be, abs, get leaner, get tighter. And although this is cool, for me, this is kind of bullshit, all right? This only fits a very small percentage of the population. Really, for me, what fitness means is it's your ability to do cool things outside of the gym. So for a lot of you guys, it's going to be your ability to play with your children, to be there for your kids. It's your ability to perform well in work. It's your ability to have more energy. It's your ability to move around pain-free and just get through day-to-day life in a meaningful way. So again, really, it's not what we do in the gym that's important. What's important for you as an individual is the impact that it has on your life. So you come into the gym, you lift weights, we ask you to eat in a certain way. I want to find out, I want to know, how is that going to impact your life outside of the gym? That's what's really important. So what most people don't realize is, we talk about this stuff at the top that you can see. I want to look better, I want to drop a jean size, I want to drop a dress size, I want to tighten in my belt, all right? So that's the bit that you see, like an iceberg. That's the bit that you see up above the water. But really, all the hard work, everything that you've got to do to get those end results is the stuff that people don't see. And as we know, with an iceberg, you can only really see the tip of it, but there's a huge amount hidden down underneath the water. So really, the question that we've got to get at or answer here is, well, why do you want whatever your goal was? All right, so for each and every person, that goal is going to be different. But the question to ask yourself is, why do you want that? So I always think about this thing on a continuum. All right, on one end of a continuum, there's death. On the other end of the continuum, there's perfection. And a six-pack, let's say, or being, toned and lean, is going to be closer to this perfection end. So we want to understand, for you as an individual, for each person, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice in order to fit yourself on this spectrum? So for a lot of people, they might think, I want a six-pack. And then when you actually get down to the nuts and bolts of it, it's like, you know what? That's not actually important to me. I don't want to give up certain aspects of my life in order to get that. So for me as a coach, my job is to really get you whatever you want. On top of that, though, it's to try and find out, well, why do you want those things? But ultimately, I want everybody to be healthier as my number one goal, right? So our number one goal is do no harm. So I want everybody to be healthier. So for the average client, we want men to be below 20% body fat, females to be below 30% body fat, and you're going to have increased health markers. That's just a fact. So you know what we need to do? We need to exercise a little bit more. We need to start tidying up our diet. We need to sleep a little bit better, all right? So that's where we're aiming for. Now you can have a look at this graphic down below, and if you've got any questions, hit me up as always. So a healthy range for a man, all right, this is where we'd like a lot of people to be aiming, is going to be somewhere between 13 and 15%. And for a lady, it's going to be somewhere between 23 and 25%, all right? And generally, your health markers are going to go up through the roof when you can get into these ranges. So we've got unhealthy, we've got healthy, and then we've got unhealthy again. So again, this is on a spectrum. So for people who are looking to be absolutely shredded, absolutely lean, that's going to impact and affect their health. And really what we want to know is the payoffs to chase after these things worth it? So is the payoff of being this percentage body fat worth it for you as an individual? And I'd ask you to consider the possibility for 99% of people it is not. So guys, that's what all I've got for you here today. Any questions, hit me up.